Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. If you're watching me live, then take a look at my credentials in the chat. If you are watching this after the live stream and you would like to take part in these free mini readings here on my channel, well, first thing you need to do is subscribe to the channel. Then remain subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts, and then you will be notified the moment I am doing a live stream or when I have new content uploading in the channel. That being said, intuitive friends, today I'm only taking the first 5 subscribers. First come, first serve. Okay, first 5 subscribers that have not gotten free readings yet. So if you received a free reading on December 19th, December 20th, December 21st, or December 26th, you will not be added on today's list. So again, intuitive friends, or if you were here yesterday as well, the 27th. So if you already had a reading, you will not be added to today's reading. I'm sorry, to today's list, but feel free to come back on the week of January 1st, 2026. That's when I'm going to start a brand new list. So you can meet me there. Okay. You could always hang out with us and, just hang out with us and give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, of course. So for those of you who are here, let me see those thumbs up. All right, intuitive friends, I don't know who's here yet, but first I do want to say the following. Please take a look at your monthly readings for the month of January. I already channeled messages for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Taurus and Virgo. I may be coming back later as soon as I finish this live to do the reading for Capricorn and Gemini. So if you are around, feel free to stick around for that. But those are going to be the monthly readings for January. It's January and beyond, actually. I'm doing something that I did back in 2022, which is do a quarterly reading for the upcoming year. Okay, so that January reading says January and beyond, and it's because I will be taking a look at the key themes and the overall energies, focusing on the 4 quarters of 2026. Of course, I will be doing and channeling messages here on a monthly basis in 2026, but I wanted to get that quarterly reading out for you. That being said, let's take a look at who's here. And we have Aisha Reef. Hello, Aisha Reef. Welcome. Aisha Sharif. Okay. Aisha Sharif N5E. Welcome. All right. And then we have Izzy. Hello, Izzy. Welcome back. Of course, Izzy, you know that I did give you a reading on December 21st, but it's always great to see you and pass by and say hi. So great to see you. We have Patricia Alvarez. Hello, Patricia. Let's see here. Are you on the list? Have I given you a reading already or have I not? Let's see. No, it seems that I haven't. So I'm adding you to the list today. Okay, Patricia. Remember, intuitive friends, I'm only taking the first 5 subscribers. I still have to channel messages for the January readings. Okay, so I got to catch up with that. All right, Jack Mack. Hello, welcome back. Jack Mack, you are at number 3. Jack Mack 1374. All right, so far we have Aisha Sharif. We have Patricia Alvarez. We have Jack Mack 1374. Love Sunshine. Eve, hello, my dear. Love Sunshine. I want to say I did give you a reading, but let me double check. Yes, that was on December 19th, but it's always a pleasure to say hi and see you here on the channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let's see who else is here. Yes, you did, Eve. I'm sorry, Ava. Yeah, you did on the 19th. You remembered. Better memory than I did. Oh, yes. No worries. All right, Intuitive friends. So I have two more spots open. Wonderful. Now, Aisha Sharif. I do want to let you know that I'm not taking personal questions. Okay. Personal questions are for super chat lives, okay? And those are not free. All right. But I want to see, if you want to see, I should say, if you want to see what you may be saying goodbye to in regards to 2025, then I'll be more than happy to channel those messages for you, okay? But if you are looking for a free reading on a personal question, just join me for my super chat lives. I have two different sessions, one being you ask and I answer, and the other one is let's spill the tea. Okay, now those do have fees. So all you need to do is just jump on and be part of those super chats. Other than that, this reading is going to be focusing on what you may be potentially saying goodbye to in regards to 2025, and what you may be saying hello to in 2026. All right, so mostly it's kind of like more like personal growth than anything else. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that, but first let me review the following, intuitive friends. This is a free live reading for my YouTube subscribers. Please note that if you do a super sticker or a super chat, you do get extra time as well as extra messages. Please remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only, and the only one question or theme that I'll be channeling today for 5 minutes, which is a mini reading, is goodbye and hello to the new you for the new year of 2026. What are you saying goodbye to in regards to anything that comes up? I don't know. We'll see what comes through. Everyone gets a different type of reading in the goodbyes, obviously. And then the hello to the new you potentially here for the new year of 2026. If you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All those credentials are there, as well as in the chat. Please remember, intuitive friends, to read the legal disclaimer. Of course, I will be reviewing that shortly, and I will call you in the order that you've appeared on the chat list. The legal disclaimer is as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only, and please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice, or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed professional medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. Have a personal question to ask? Then join my super chat live. You ask and I answer, or the let's spill the tea. Both have fees, so feel free to again subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts, and I'll see you when I do those super chat lives. If you received a mini reading on December 19th, December 20th, December 21st, or the 26th, or yesterday, which was the 27th, then you will not be added on today's list. Please come back on January 1st, a week of January the 1st, and that's when I'll be channeling new messages. First 5 subscribers get a free mini reading today or tonight, depending where you're watching me from. All right, so I still have 2 more. I I have 2 more spots available. So whomever comes and joins the chat and joins the live, you will feel free to get one of those spots, and let us begin. Aisha Sharif N5E, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Aisha Sharif, just want to remind you that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. So let's take a look here at what you may be potentially saying goodbye to in regards to 2025, what you may be saying goodbye to here from 2025, and what you may be potentially saying hello to the new you for the new year. Let's start with the goodbye. What are you leaving behind here? And you have here surrender to change. Resistance creates suffering. Flow with transformation rather than against it. And so surrender to change is saying that you may be potentially saying goodbye to those moments where it's been difficult for you to surrender to the process of evolution, to the process of going with the flow, to the process of changing or transforming something about either you or about a specific area of your life. Surrender to change is saying here that what you may be letting go of or saying goodbye to is the resistance. As they say, whatever you resist persists. Okay, so if those are old patterns of behavior, attachments, shadow self, okay, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, the idea of, well, I am how I am and I'm not going to change, then that only creates more tension, because we are never the same as we evolve, right? As we mature, as we get older, as we go through different experiences, maybe the core values may stay the same, but what may change is our perspective or our views. So this is talking about you allowing yourself to transform and to learn through experiences here, rather than resisting or being stubborn in a situation, circumstance, or event. All right. It says here, flow with transformation rather than against it. Going with the flow, allowing yourself to evolve, to learn, to get out of the comfort zone, to do things a little bit different from time to time if you feel called to wanting to shift. Okay. Shift energy. Selma, I will add you to the list in a few minutes. You are at number 4. So I'll add you in a few minutes. Let's see what else you may be potentially either saying goodbye to or saying hello to. I have great news. I have something amazing to share with you. So there seems to be some beautiful, positive, either good news, or this energy of the new you is being more optimistic in something that maybe at the beginning or during 2025, you seem to be more resistant towards. It's as if either you may have or may potentially here change perspectives in regards to something that maybe you may have said no, or maybe you have been very uncertain about. But if you allow yourself to go with the flow and see how something evolves, it may bring a lot of positivity in your life. Okay? So the new you in 2026 may be celebrating a very beautiful either milestone or some type of celebration or celebratory event where you may want to share, this news with other people. This could be in any area of your life. It could be in your love life. It could be in your career. It could be in any area. But whatever it is very positive news. So this energy of the new you in the new year is very optimistic, or at the very least here, allowing yourself to go with the flow of whatever change may have occurred in 2025, and you're slowly warming up to either the idea or the event or the situation, circumstance, or event. Let's take a look here at what else you may be saying hello to, the new you, potentially here for the new year. Zach, you are at number 5. And after Zach, the list is closed, okay? The one who waits. 2026, the new you, even though there may be some type of good news or celebratory event coming in your direction potentially, this is saying you've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. There may still be a waiting process here in 2026, but it feels like it's good news related. So it's like you're doing like step number 1 first, and then you're going towards step number 2. But there may be a waiting period between step number 1 and step number 2. Okay, that's how this is coming across. The one who waits says patience, waiting, and determination. There may be a brand new cycle that is opening up for you, okay, with the new you in 2026. This could be a new role, a new situation, a new circumstance, a new connection, partnership, role, okay? But whatever this is, it's a new cycle because you do have there the butterfly. It may be something that either you or your family have been waiting for quite some time. I do see here a lot of fall leaves. Now, I am here in the United States, in New York City, and we do have the 4 seasons. But perhaps in other countries that don't have the 4 seasons, I'm going to explain the following. So the fall season here in the United States starts mid-September. So there could be something happening September, October, November till December 19th or 21st, because then that's when fall switches over to winter. So either you're going to be entering the second part of this good news around the fall of 2026, or there may be something happening before the fall of September, October, November, and December of 2026. And then once the fall comes, you are now in a new role, okay, or in a new position, or celebrating something, okay? So that's what's coming through. Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through for you. All right, Selma and Zach, I'm going to add you to the list. Intuitive friends, please note that the list is now closed. The session is closed, but feel free to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell and all alerts so you can join me next time, as I will be coming back tomorrow. All right, let's see what else is coming through here for you. Aisha Sharif. Again, whatever this is feels like it's very positive. It feels that you may have been a little bit apprehensive, uncertain, or resisting at first, but there seems to be a little bit either a change of heart or at least allowing yourself to say, okay, maybe there's a reason why these shifts and changes are happening. So let me allow myself to go with the flow of this perhaps very good or positive news or milestone. Last but not least, the new you may be potentially embracing here for the new year is the following: unique skills. You have the number 1441. You may be seeing the numbers 111 or 11 as sign symbol synchronicities, maybe the number 4 or the number 5. Okay, so we have 1, 4, and 5. You may be seeing those numbers throughout 2026 as sign symbol synchronicities, okay? Angel numbers. Unique skills. Remember, I said that before. I said you may be entering a period during 2026 where you may be in a new role or in a new position, because the butterfly is about new beginnings. It's a new chapter, okay? New cycle. And it may require of you to have either to show the skills that you already have, or you may be learning new skills or abilities. The new you may be embracing new life goals, more of your either divine purpose, your soul purpose. You're going to gain some type of mastery here, integrity, career growth, ambition, focus, and important projects. It says this is a time for intense self development. Again, through the waiting, there's going to be some sense of wisdom or learning something here throughout the process. It says focusing on your craft, on your abilities, on your skills, and things that you're really good at. Okay. It says you already have everything you need to succeed, but consistent practice will make you a true master. Okay, so new beginning, you may feel a little bit kind of like a fish out of the water. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable because you're getting out of your comfort zone. But this is telling you here that you have the ability, the skills, okay, to do whatever this is or whatever this may be, to do it very well. Okay. So again, it's coming in with a sense of optimism. It says use this time to align with your purpose and level up in your career or business or whatever area in your life this may be. I did talk about that leveling up here with this butterfly. I said there may be a new phase you may be entering because in 2026, because of this butterfly here, which is a symbol for a new cycle. It's time to prioritize your growth and achievement. And you may have been a little bit resistant here before, okay? Maybe this situation, circumstance, event was asking you to get out of your comfort zone or to start a new era, a new, cycle, and maybe you weren't ready, okay? Before, but I feel here you're more like, okay, well, let's see what's going to happen. That being said, Sharif, Aisha Sharif, I wish you the best of luck. This is looking positive. So I wish you the best of luck here for 2026. I hope these messages have been insightful, have given you some type of clarity here. If they don't resonate now, they may resonate at a later time. Thank you so much, Aisha Sharif. Up next, we have Patricia Alvarez. But before I jump into Patricia's reading, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. If you are watching me live, then take a look at the chat list. There you will find my links there as well. All right, intuitive friends, if you already received a reading on December 19th, on December 20th, December 21st, December 26th, or yesterday, December 27th, and you will not be added to today's list. Okay, the list is currently closed as the last two slots were, as I always say, is first come, first serve, which is why it's important that you remain subscribed to the channel and that you turn on your notification bell and all alerts. Okay, it's first come, first serve. And at number 4, we have Salama with Tina. Salama with Tina, 1712. You are at number 4. And at number 5, we have Zach. Welcome back, Zach. All right, the list is closed for tonight or today, wherever you may be watching me from. But no worries. You are more than welcome to come back tomorrow and, join our live then. That being said, let's see who's here. Let me say hello, Ava. Hello, Aisha Sharif. I hope you enjoyed your message. Please drop a rose in the comment section as well as here in the chat to let me know if these messages resonated for you. Hello, Selma with Tina, 1712. Hello, Zach. Hello, lovely 1111. Yes, the list or this the session is closed already, but remain subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts, okay, lovely? So that when I come back tomorrow, you are notified and you have an opportunity to then get on that chat list as soon as possible. As soon as you get that notification, don't forget to go straight into that chat. And then, of course, I will then say how many, subscribers I'm going to be doing readings for. Patricia Alvarez, welcome back. Okay, you're waiting for me, I see. No worries. We'll start with you in a moment. And hello, Debbie Cox, 8144. Jack Mack, yes, you are number 3 on the list. Okay. So I will be channeling your messages right after Patricia. All right. Patricia, welcome back. Great to see you. Hope all is well. Just a reminder here, Patricia Alvarez, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And remember here, Patricia, that if something doesn't resonate right now, it might resonate at a later time. What I am channeling here for you today is channeling messages focusing on what you may be saying goodbye to in regards to 2025, maybe things that you have been working on already. And then we're going to take a look at what you're saying hello to, what potentially the new you for the new year of 2026. What are you saying hello? What do you welcome me? Okay. All right, let's take a look at what you may be saying goodbye to here, Patricia. 2025, we only have a couple days left here for this 2025 calendar year. Don't forget, intuitive friends, to take a look at the monthly readings, January and beyond. Ooh, fear of failure. That's what popped up here. I was trying to catch it from falling out, but it slipped away. Don't forget to take a look at the January and beyond readings. Those are going to be the quarterly readings for 2026, giving you an overview. So, intuitive friends, make sure that when you watch those videos, your monthly messages, just give me a thumbs up, drop a rose throughout the year, and that will let me know if those messages have resonated. So, Patricia, we have here that just jumped out of the deck, the fear of failure. Okay. You may be saying goodbye to the fear of something here that may not have worked out the way that you may have wanted to, the way that you may have anticipated. Okay. There could have been here a separation, breakup, divorce, or something that did not go to plan as you may have expected. Maybe once upon a time you were expecting something to unfold in a certain way, but it may have taken a left in 2025, or you may have still been dealing with the emotions of that situation, circumstance, or event that may not have been as successful as you had anticipated. Fear of failure here is you saying goodbye to the fear of something not working out. Mistakes are inevitable. That's how we learn. We live and learn. Okay. We grow through mistakes. We grow through challenges and through obstacles. And so you're saying goodbye to a period in your life, whether it was in 2025 or maybe before that, where you may have been in a situation, a circumstance, or an event longer than what you needed to be. Maybe you were trying to save face. Maybe you didn't want people to think, wow, Patricia, things didn't go to plan. You know what I mean? Maybe there's this kind of like, what will the family say? What will other people say? Or what am I going to do? What if I am worse off if I leave a situation, circumstance, or event than I was while I was in the situation, circumstance, or event? But this is saying here that you are saying goodbye to that energy, okay? To the fear of getting out of your comfort zone, to the fear of not allowing yourself to, in a way, expand your wings, okay? Fear of failure says here, mistakes are not the enemy. They are stepping stones toward mastery and understanding. It is through those moments that are difficult, or those moments where we are not as successful as we may have anticipated. That's when we learn. That's when the maturity, the experience, and the wisdom comes. It comes through those moments that are not easy, and are moments that may ask of us to step out of the comfort zone. So that's what's coming through in regard to saying goodbye. You're saying goodbye to um, the perspective of something that maybe, wasn't as successful, and whatever perspectives that may have been, in a way, you may have looked at those experiences as the glass half empty. And this is saying how you can look at that moving forward, especially in 2026, is instead of thinking about it as failure, think about whatever this may be talking about for you, and allow yourself to embrace this as a learning experience, as a stepping stone, as a way for you to get better or do better in something, or have a better understanding. And maybe that's what may have happened in 2025. You maybe got a better understanding about yourself, and maybe here, maybe even a better understanding about the person or environment this may have been, may have occurred, whether it was 2025 or before that. I am getting this sense of the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords energy with this card. And the King of Swords and Queen of Swords is the energy of not allowing emotions to get in the way of what makes logical, rational, analytical sense. So it's you in 2026 embracing intelligent, balanced decisions, and seeing those opportunities that may not have worked out in the past as just learning curves. Okay. All right, let's take a look here, Patricia Alvarez. Up next, we have Jack Mack, and we have gossip. Exactly what I said. I said that you may have been a little bit worried, or stressed out, or hesitant in moving in certain directions, because there may have been this sense of like, what will people say? What will people think? Am I going to be better off not in this situation, circumstance, event? Okay, or with this person? Am I really going to be better off, or am I going to be worse off? What if I am worse off? Kind of looking at it from those lenses. And this is coming across as that kind of like, what are people going to say? Gossip says here, you'll be eager to hear this, but beware. What I say about others could be easily said about you. And there may have been people having those side conversations here. I feel that you are saying goodbye to those people who either didn't stand by you, or weren't very positive in regards to, or supportive when you were going through certain challenges here. Okay, in regards to either these mistakes, this fear of failure, um, or this perspective that you may have had at a certain point in time. All right, let's take a look at what you may be embracing, what you may be saying hello to. The new you for the new year. All right, let's see what's coming through for you, Patricia. And you have here, the one who changes. 2026, you're not afraid of change. You're allowing yourself to feel comfortable in the unknown, in the uncertainty, in the not knowing, and having trust in the universe to support you. Okay? The new you potentially here in the new year is welcoming the transformation, is welcoming the changes. Yes, it may be a little bit challenging at times, but there's a part of you that is not as resistant. It could be the manner in which you talk to yourself, or the scripts that you say to yourself, the words that you say, to yourself in 2026, being more positive, saying more positive things, being more optimistic. This person has their hands on their throat chakra. So it's coming across as you being able to voice your opinion voice the things that you need to say and communicate openly. If I were you, I would be working on the throat chakra, unblocking your throat chakra, your ability to be able to speak clearly, okay, and to be able to voice what it is that you need to be voiced, whether that's the changes that you want to see happen, whether it's the transformation that needs to occur, whether it's you talking to yourself in a more positive way, in a more optimistic way. I am getting here a lot having to do with that throat chakra. There's a lot of shedding of the skin. So you're saying goodbye to this old energy and you're saying hello to this brand new opportunity. Okay. Snakes are about changes. In order for a snake to grow, it needs to molt its skin. So there's this energy here of you molting your, symbolically your skin, but it's about you allowing yourself to feel comfortable in the change. I do feel that there may be here in 2026, you listening more intensely here to your intuition, and allowing yourself to listen to the intuition and actually, you know, do something with the nudges or the sixth senses that you may be experiencing here in 2026. Okay. You're allowing yourself to change and not be so fearful or hesitant about it. Last but not least, Patricia, you have here 2222468. Okay. You may see the numbers 8 or multiples of 2 here as sign symbol synchronicities. This could be 2s, 4s, 6s, or 8s. Okay. We're talking about single digit numbers. We're talking about numerology. So you may find yourself kind of coming across, repeating numbers here as angel numbers. This says feminine forces, the new you, potentially in the new year, you're going to be embracing more of the relationships, positive relationships, people that are not gossipy, okay, people that are not raining on your parade, but rather are being supportive for you or towards you. You're going to be more open about harmony, prosperity, collaborations, maybe even working with others, okay? Patience, humility, support, and connection. It says here, while you have the strength to accomplish everything on your own, life is meant to be shared. Tools are about partnerships as well. So working maybe with someone else in collaboration. Partner with the right spirit, and together you'll become an unstoppable force. Honor your commitments and value the people around you. And I feel, like I said before, there's this energy here about you focusing on who also is valuing you. It says, avoid judgment and focus on listening to build meaningful connections. Again, beware of people that just have a tendency to make certain comments or try to bring you down through their words or their opinions. That being said, Patricia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. If these messages resonated for you, Patricia, just drop a rose in the comment section as well as in the chat. That being said, thank you so much, Patricia, and I'll see you next year. Up next, we have Jack Mack, but before I jump into Jack Mack's reading, I do want to welcome those of you who are new to the channel or visiting for the first time. If you would like to be part of the free mini readings here on my channel, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel and remain subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts so that when I am either posting new content or when I am doing a live reading, you are notified, because on my channel, it is first come, first serve. Even if you do a super chat, even if you do a super sticker, it is still first come, first serve, okay? That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Another live session. Remember, I will be doing lives all this week, okay? All the way till December 31st. All right. So if you haven't had an opportunity, make sure that you stop by, and you stop by very quickly, because I today, I'm only doing 5 readings. Tomorrow I may, extend that a little bit further, but I still have to do the monthly readings. Okay. But Patricia, hopefully those messages resonated for you, my dear. Up next, we have Jack Mack. Jack Mack, welcome back. Thank you so much, Jack Mack, for stopping by. Intuitive friends, please note that these are 5-minute readings. However, if you would like to extend your 5-minute reading, all you need to do is drop a super chat or a super sticker, and I'll be more than happy to give you more messages and go a little bit deeper with clarity. After Jack Mack, we have Selama Watina 1712, and then we're going to end this live session with Zach. But first, let's take a look here. Hello, Lenore. Oh, Lenore, yes, I need to give you a reading because you came up yesterday in my reading. Oh, you stopped by and you did a super chat. So yes, Eleanor, you're gonna be after Zach, okay? And I'll do a super reading for you. My apologies. It was just like super late last night from New York. Oh, thank you again. Oh, awesome. Thank you. All right. Jack Mack, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you, my dear. Let's see what you may be potentially saying goodbye towards, okay? Oh, no, it's fine. Today I'm good. You're right after Zach, so no worries. I made a note about that yesterday. All right, Zach Mack, let's see what's coming through for you, what you may be potentially saying goodbye to. So don't go anywhere, Lenore. Stay tuned, because your reading is after Zach. All right, Zach, Jack Mack, you have here, healing takes time. Progress is not always linear. Trust that even setbacks are part of the process. So you're saying goodbye to the perspective or the way that you may be looking at how healing should take place. You may have a certain perspective, a certain way of maybe, and this is just an example, maybe you went through a difficult situation, circumstance, or event, maybe in 2025, maybe years before. And perhaps you may be saying to yourself, okay, by this time, I should be feeling better. I should be da 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 da. And then everything seems well, you're moving forward. And then all of a sudden, a memory hits. A situation, circumstance, or event may trigger some type of emotions that were very much connected to something that may have been either challenging through obstacles, or may have something that you may have experienced in the past or recent past. And so the fact that these obstacles, challenges come up and kind of in a way bring you maybe a couple steps back, in the healing process, you may kind of be saying to yourself, well, that's not what I expected. I mean, it shouldn't go that way. It should go this way. I should heal this way. I should feel this way by now, or I should see things in this way. You know what I mean? There's a certain expectation here that may not be as realistic, because especially when it comes to healing, it's not linear. Sometimes we take 20 steps forward and then take 5 steps back. And those 5 steps back may be an important part of the healing process and may make us come back to a sense of reevaluation and review and dig a little bit deeper on why that specific situation, circumstance, event, or triggered us, right? And so this healing takes time. Is saying here that you're saying bye, or you're saying goodbye to the setbacks that you may have looked upon as not positive, because according to you and in your mind or your perspective, you were healed. Okay. And so this is talking about that healing is a progress. It doesn't stop. Okay. We continue to evolve and grow. And sometimes we do need people to challenge us or trigger us so that we can see ourselves, okay, if we are indeed healed or healing. Is it bothering? Is that specific thing? Are you being defensive in something? So that's what this is about. It's about saying, listen, nothing here is linear. Okay. You may expect certain things and it may not be in that way, but that doesn't mean that you're not doing what it takes in order for you to evolve. It just means you may need more kind of that soul, that soul searching, that looking at something of, why did that comment bother me? Why did someone else constructive criticism? Why did I take it so hard? Why was I defensive? Why does it get under my skin? Why does it irritate me? Why were my feelings hurt when this specific thing was said or done? Because I thought that I was okay already after all this time. So that's what you're letting go here. All right, let's see what you may be saying goodbye to here, or what you may be saying hello to. Okay, could go either way. Let's see what's coming through. And you have here lust, desire. There may be this very deep desire in regards to something. And so whatever this something is, you may be saying to yourself, my focus is on that desire. I desire this outcome. I desire it to go in this direction. And this is what I expect to see. And this is saying here, that may not be the case, right? There may be moments here where your heart's desire may be wanting you to speed up the healing process, but you may not be that far ahead for, it's like there's something here of a misalignment. Okay, so the desire is to be 100 steps ahead, but the reality is maybe you are at 80 and not at 100. Okay, and so you may want to speed something up, and you may say to yourself, I'm healed, just because you want that specific outcome or you want to reach that specific goal. But in reality, you may need more maturity, more experience, more soul searching. Okay, and that's how this is coming across. By the way, hello Alicia, welcome. Alicia, the list is closed, but you can join me tomorrow. Okay, there's some type of intense desire. Okay, it says, I bring intense desire, a magnetic pull fueled by passion, seeking satisfaction without restraint. Okay, so there may be this lustful or heart's desire here towards something. And just when you think that everything is okay, there may be a little bit here of this kind of like, well, you know what? You may need to heal this a little bit longer. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through here for you. What you may be saying hello to. This could also be talking about an opportunity that you could be moving towards, but you're kind of in a way still stuck in a certain mindset here that you may need a little bit more time to mature from or to gain experience in. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you, the new you. Potentially here for the new year. Yeah, the one who unfolds. Exactly. There's more this energy of this new you potentially here in 2026 is you unfolding and allowing yourself, number one, embracing, nurturing, being more compassionate to yourself, not trying to be so hard on yourself when there is a little bit of a setback, or there are moments here where you were expecting to move in a direction and it may bring you back to a couple steps backward. This is you unfolding into someone that allows yourself to take the time that you need, the self-care and the nurturing, the putting yourself first in order for you to be able to open up to either new experiences, new people, or open up here in general. This bird here, birds are about messages, but the bird here seems very quiet. There's a very serene kind of quiet here, okay, that I'm picking up in regards to this card. Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through for you. What potentially here the new you may be embracing. Okay, you're saying hello here potentially to this new you. The one who unfolds. There's this energy here of you, like perhaps here in 2026, uncovering new layers of depth in a certain area, or in a certain area of your life. Because I'm getting here learning or knowing you a little bit better in a different way. There's like something here about more depth that I'm getting with the one who unfolds. Okay, so embracing, new experiences, and new experiences may force you, so to speak, and may create that momentum to get you out of a routine that you may have or may have had here in 2025. Allow yourself to explore, okay? And not just in the areas that are easy for you to explore, but to explore in areas that may seem a little bit uncomfortable. Because there's the sense here of being very comfortable in something that that's been challenging, but it's like you're comfortable in not getting outside of the comfort zone, especially with this card here. All right, last but not least, let's see what else is coming through for you. Up next, we have Selma with Tina. Look at that, you have 7777. Okay, 7777, 7777. Okay, now I want to talk about these sevens. First and foremost, you may see sevens here in 2027. That may be sign, symbol, synchronicities. There may be something evolving or something of importance within the first 7 months of the year. Okay. It's interesting because the number 7, if we're talking about months, is July. So there may be something coming up for you in 2026 that's going to challenge you to unfold even further, something that you maybe not be expecting. Perseverance is going to be super important. So it says perseverance, perspective shift. You see, there may be something in the summer here that may be shifting. Okay. And your guides, the universe, may be talking to you with this number in sevens. Even if even if you see the number 16, 1 plus 6 is equal to 7, or the number 25, 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. You know what I'm saying? So even when you combine 2 digits, it's like you get to the number 7. So those are other ways that may be showing up. This is talking about, remember I talked about a shift, something unfolding. This may happen in the summer. July is both Leo season and Cancer season, so that may be of importance there. You have inner wisdom, talked about that here also. Enlightenment and determination. It says now is the time to shift your perspective on the challenges that currently dominate your life. That's what I was talking about here, that there may be some challenges that you just, they're challenges and like you feel comfortable because it's like, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. I don't want to do things in a different way. I'm comfortable in this uncomfortable spot. Kind of like that's the energy that I'm getting. And you have here, now is the time to shift your perspective on the challenges that may currently dominate your life. To achieve success, continue on your path with determination. Tap into your inner wisdom, and you will intuitively know the right step to take. Okay? Now, what's very interesting is the Lionsgate portal starts in July. So Lionsgate portal, all about the energy Okay, so I always do a Lionsgate portal, either pick a card or reading. So hopefully you'll be able to join or take a look at the channel, because I always have some things there in regards to that. If you may want to check out the Lionsgate portal reading that I did for 2025, because the way that I do those readings is that it lasts a whole entire year. So I don't post a new Lionsgate portal until 2026. So there may be something in that reading that I did for the Lionsgate portal. I want to say it was a pick a card reading. For you, there may be some messages there for you, and that may clear up something that may have come up here. That being said, Jack Mac, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section as well as in the chat. That lets me know that these messages have resonated for you. Up next, we have Salama Watina 1712. But before I jump into the next reading, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Or if you're watching me here live, take a look in the chat. That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back, intuitive friends. The list is closed already, but just so you know, I will be doing live readings all the way until December 31st. Okay, December 31st, I might actually do a little bit of a marathon. So, but every day until the 31st, I will be doing readings. Okay, I will start a brand new week on January 1st, the week of January 1st. Okay, so no worries about that. That being said, intuitive friends, Jack Mac, I hope these messages have been insightful. Let us know in the comment section or here in the chat if these messages resonated for you. And as I always say, if they don't resonate now, they may resonate at a later time. Up next, we have Salama Watina 1712, followed by Zach. And last but not least, we have Eleanor. All right, intuitive friends, as I mentioned at the top of the reading, it is a 5-minute reading. But if you are interested in extending your time and getting a super reading, all you need to do is drop a super sticker or a super chat, and I will extend not only the time, but also I will be extending in regards to details. So I want to say thank you to Eleanor. Thank you, Eleanor, for your super. All right, Salama Watina 1712. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Jack Mac. Oh, you've been seeing 7/7s. Oh, well, there you go. Validation confirmation. Wow. Look at that. And that's exactly the number that came out for you. Isn't that interesting? Talk about validation confirmation. All right. Salama Watina. All right, these messages are for you, Salama Watina. Just want to remind you that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see what you may be potentially saying goodbye to and what you may be potentially saying hello towards. This could be very much connected to 2025, or it could be connected to further back. It says turning pain into purpose. Okay. What you are saying goodbye to is you're saying goodbye to the pain and the residual energy, grief, or loss that is connected here to something that was very painful, heartbreaking, even. Okay. Turning pain into purpose is you also saying goodbye to focusing on, how do I explain this? Okay, let me explain, because I'm getting okay. This is talking about, you know how sometimes when something happens in our lives, and it's so painful that we choose to pivot. I mean, different people pivot in different ways. But I'm getting here a person who's very determined, who's like, you know what? I'm not going to be thinking about what happened in the past or recent past. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to face forward. I'm going to look at what I'm going to do next, and, turn this grief, this heartbroken type of energy, and turn it into something that I can do more with. Now, that's positive. However, if that is being done, if this sense of like taking that pain and turning it into purpose, if it's being done to not deal with the trauma, the pain, the hurt, the grief, if it's an avoidance type of tactic, then that is not very positive, right? It's okay to restructure or to focus on a new chapter. It's okay to say, you know what, now let me think about my goals. But were you doing that, or are you doing that just so that you don't have to deal with the pain? Or are you healing that while turning your pain into purpose? And so that's in a way, the double-edged sword when it comes to this card, because the pain and healing through the pain, acknowledging the pain, doing the self-care, the self-nurture, the healing yourself from the pain is super important. It's even more important, because if you're not doing that part with the pain that you're feeling, then you are doing the opposite, which is avoiding it altogether and only focusing on moving forward, which then leaves this chapter in your life where I haven't dealt with why, with the self, the soul searching. I haven't really taken a look and evaluated the lessons that I've learned. It's like there's a lot of work that is very much connected to pain. Okay. So by denying here what you may have gone through is not allowing you to heal that part. So doing both is equally important. Acknowledging the pain, going through the healing, being compassionate to yourself, doing yourself nurturing, doing all that, healing through that pain, but also allowing yourself to then move in a different direction, but while you're healing or as you've healed, right? It's not avoiding the hurt, the pain, the loss, or the grief. Okay. It's working with it so that when you move towards your purpose, you're showing up as a better version of you, someone stronger, someone more confident, someone who already understands the lessons that you needed to learn here, and that you're carrying those lessons so that you could apply them in 2026. So that's how this is coming across, okay? Turning pain into purpose says your struggle can become the foundation of your greatest strength. Okay. So as long as you're, again, doing the healing of the pain, you're taking that grief, that loss, that difficult time, and you're turning it into something very positive in your life. So again, the new you may be more resilient, more confident, more focused, more determined. Okay. Have a stronger sense of self. Okay. Be in a more of a leadership type of energy, not allowing the past pain to continue to be a shadow, but rather is lessons that you can apply for 2026. So very, very nice reading there. All right, let's see what's coming through. Well, you may be saying hello or goodbye to, there you go, the past. What you need to say goodbye to, or what you should, or what you may be saying goodbye to here in 2025 is the past. So if you find yourself talking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about what people said, what people did, all these things that are connected to the past, this is telling you if the time has come for you to let it go. Let go of what people said, what people thought, what happened, how it happened. Leave that let it go, cut the cords, heal from that experience, and allow yourself to pivot in a new direction. Because the more you think about the past, the more you talk about the past, the more you keep going back to that pain, that grief, or whatever injustice here may have been, or something that was unfair was done to you, the more power you give to the people in the situation from the past. So, wherever your mind goes, energy flows, and what you think about, you bring about. So you don't want to give all this energy to the past. You want to learn from it. So you don't want to avoid it. You do want to learn from it. You do want to see the lessons that you can extract from it so that you can apply the lessons in 2026. But to continuously be bringing up or thinking about or carrying the hurt about the past is not going to allow you to focus on your present or the future. So one of the things that I want to recommend here for you is for you to work with your heart chakra. Okay, so there are a lot of sound healing type of videos on YouTube, and you could look for one that says unblocking your heart chakra, 639 hertz. That's going to allow you to, in a way, when you meditate or just listen to that solfeggio frequency and you close your eyes and you place your hand on your heart, you allow yourself to residually let go of those experiences, those memories. And there are times, and I know because I've what I'm explaining to you, I've done myself. You may find yourself even feeling like wanting to cry. And if that happens, go ahead, cry, let it out, let your body release the pain and the grief. And you might have to do that multiple times, but it allows you to let that emotion go. Another thing here that would be great for you to do in order to release this is to listen to the Ho'oponopono chant or the Ho'oponopono prayer. Okay, it's about forgiveness. So it's about you forgiving all the people that may have hurt you in the past or recent past. You don't have to do anything. It's just energetically forgive them, because the more you carry that bitterness, that hurt, that grief, that loss, the more it festers in you and the more it weighs you down and not so much the other people. Okay. So the past says here the weight of what happened between you and those people in the past or recent past still lingers in your heart, in your mind, or in your energy field. Okay. So you may not be over your past. And this is talking about you need to let it go. Now, not let it go as in not look at it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let your heart heal from this. Listen to the heart chakra, 639 hertz. I also have a nighttime affirmation that I'm going to place here for you so that you can use right before you go to sleep. Do the Ho'oponopono prayer or the Ho'oponopono chant. Energetically forgive all these people, situations, circumstances, and events so that you can walk into 2026 as a different version, okay? More optimistic and less resentful or less bitter or less, carrying all this weight, this emotional or mental baggage. Okay, so that is what's coming through for you. You have the one who yearns. There's a part of you here that in 2026, you're going to allow yourself, once you again work with this energy of letting go of the past, emotions, memories, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, and scripts that you may have written for yourself, right? Because sometimes it feels not that it feels good to keep thinking about the past, but there's a part of it that we allow ourselves to become the victim or the martyr in those stories in the past. And so this is talking about cutting that cord with this energy and allowing yourself the freedom to vibe in a different way in 2026. And there may be some things here that you are wanting to achieve or that you yearn or desire. And that's the type of energy that you want to allow yourself to be embraced by in 2026. The opportunity to be hopeful. Look at that. Release. Okay, you just saw that. That just uh flipped on its own. And again, validation confirmation on what I was saying. Super important that within the next couple of days, starting tonight, you listen to the heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz. You listen to the Ho'oponopono prayer or chant in order for you to release and forgive, energetically forgive these situations, circumstances, circumstance, situations, or events in the past or recent past, and even the people involved with these things, okay, so that you can show up as a better version of you energetically in 2026. You have 999. Now, 2025, it's time to put the end to that cycle, okay? So it's time to put this to rest. Energetically forgive all these people so that you can move forward. Balance, financial growth, success, life cycles, karma. And that's not so much your karma, but it's also the karma of the people here that may have done you wrong. Allow them to have to deal with that. It's not, it's not in your hands, right? In your hands, what you can do is just say goodbye to all this hurt and pain. Transformation and renewal being the new you here in 2026, okay? It says here, your current circumstances are ending. Open the door to better opportunities. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. So right now in 2025, because 2025, when you add those numbers up, equals to 9, there are chapters that you need to close this year. Before we go into the new year, you just got to really work on that energy to let it go. It says, embrace this transition by making room for new experiences. And that's exactly what I was talking about with this card here. It says, the one who yearns. You yearn to see something different. You have a desire to move forward in something. And this is talking about now is the time that if you want something new and a new energy, a new you, a new outlook, then you need to take care of this energy over here. You need to let that go. It says, embrace this transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming fresh beginnings into your life. I mean, talk about validation confirmation. Salama Watina 1712. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and to keep subscribing to the channel. Please share my YouTube channel with 3 of your friends, and I'll see you next time. Up next, we have Zach. But before I jump into Zach's reading, I do want to say here, intuitive friends, for those of you who are new to the channel or you're visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second. Don't go anywhere, Salama Watina. I want to add the affirmation here for you, okay? So don't go anywhere. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Again, if you are interested in having free mini readings, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And as soon as you get an alert and notification, you will then hurry up and get on that chat list, okay? Because this is first come, first serve. All right, let me add the nighttime affirmation as well as my energy healing, as well as the 7 chakras of alignment, so that those of you who are interested in really evolving and really focusing on your personal growth here. Some free tools, they're all free, okay? Free tools that you can use that allow you to, again, shed what needs to be shed here, all right? And whatever that may be for you, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is my energy healing. I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, and I am sharing here with you my energy healing. All right, so you can take a look at that and use that as often as you like. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on it. That really helps. Or drop a rose. That also tells me that this is, resonating with you and it's working. And, again, everything is all about consistency. Okay. So that's number one. The second thing that I want to share with you is the nighttime affirmation that I have on my channel. Okay. And a lot of you have been using it, and some of you have been using it nightly. You drop a rose there and let me know, hey, I'm using it and it's working. And again, that gives you an opportunity to shift your energy right before you go to sleep. Okay, because remember, when we go to sleep at night, we are allowing ourselves to repair, right? To repair and to readjust ourselves, right? Um and this is a great opportunity for you to, right before you go to sleep, to set your energy field up for not only positivity but also releasing what you've gone through the day so you can reset. Okay, so it's a kind of like an energetic reset right before you go to sleep. Okay, that's also a really great tool. Again, all free on the channel. And last but not least, I do this every day, obviously, because I need to make sure that I'm aligned, right? So that I can channel the messages that I channel here for all of you. And this is the seven chakra unblocking alignment. Okay, seven chakra alignment. Okay, I do it myself every day and it really, really works. Okay. So there you go, Intuitive friends. You have 3 free resources, and I do have a fourth one coming up. I need to take some time to do it, but the last one is going to be about your divine counterpart. I've had some requests to do nighttime affirmation for those of you who are interested in calling in your divine counterpart. Okay, so that is definitely coming up on the channel soon. Okay, so whether it's later on tonight or whether it's in the next couple of days, you will be seeing that, and that will be another important tool here for you, for those of you who are interested. All right, that being said, we're going to jump into Zach's reading. But before I jump into Zach's reading, don't forget, Intuitive friends, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing to the channel and allow and share your experiences here with your friends. Share your experiences with them and share my YouTube channel link. All right, Zach, you are up next. You're very welcome, Salama. You're very welcome. All right, let's take a look here, Zach, what's coming through for you. Zach, as a reminder here, first of all, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. And Zach, let's take a look here at what may be coming through here for you, what you may be saying goodbye to, okay? Zach, as a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only, okay? And let's see what's coming through for you. You may be saying goodbye here. It says, the unseen truth, look behind or look beyond illusions. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is hidden in the discomfort. Okay. There may be some storyline that you are creating because it is comforting to you. Okay. It's a sense of, in a way, whatever it is. Okay. It may even be here something about, maybe a self-sabotaging thought, maybe a limited belief, maybe an old pattern. And you may be saying to yourself, well, or maybe even here making excuses of why you can't move forward in a situation, circumstance, or event, why you can't allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone. So there may be some storylines here. There may be some illusions here, some scripts that feel comfortable. It's like a narrative that just feels comfortable, and it doesn't allow you to expand or step outside of the box. So this energy here, I'm sorry, give me 1 second here. This energy here is coming through, as you needing to see things for what they are, not for what you wish it could be, or not what you wanted to see it as. Okay, so there may be a little bit of this energy here that is very much connected to how I'm seeing it clairvoyantly, is like the Eight of Swords, being very trapped by a limited belief or by a specific storyline or script. Okay, so the unseen truth says here, look beyond illusions. Okay, so it's not what you would like to see something as. It's talking about looking at things from a very realistic standpoint, right? And it says sometimes the greatest wisdom is hidden in the discomfort. And there may be a little bit of uncomfortability in something that you may have experienced in 2025, or maybe even before 2025, where it's super uncomfortable. And because it's super uncomfortable, you choose to create a certain pattern of thought, a certain pattern of script, a certain mindset that you do over and over again, or that you say over and over again, because there's a comfort in the uncomfortability of something. Because if you allow yourself to be very honest and look at a situation for what it is, you will have to then face the fact that there may be some things that you may need to change within yourself. And that may be something that you may be trying to avoid, or come to the reality of, like, you know what, this is what it is, whether you like to see it that way or not. And so that kind of raw honesty or raw reality is something that this is trying to, in a way, talk to you about. It's telling you, you're gonna need to step outside of the comfort zone if you expect or would like to grow, um, and shift your energy into a new direction in 2026, especially when 2026 is the year of one. Okay, so if you add the numbers 2026, it adds up to the number 10. And then the number 10, if we look at the number 10 in numerology sees numbers as the single digit and has meaning towards it, is saying that the number one is about rebirth, it's about renewal, it's about a brand new start, a brand new beginning. So in order for you to allow yourself to shift into that energy, it is super important for you to get out of your comfort zone and really look at the reality of something, so that you can embrace the lesson that you've learned from it, so that you can, even though it's uncomfortable, even though you may feel like a fish out of the water, there is a sense of you gaining more experience, more wisdom, and more lessons that you need to either apply once you get out of that comfort zone. Okay. So it's not hiding behind a script. It's no longer hiding behind a mask, or hiding behind a storyline here, or a victim mindset, or a martyr mindset, or an excuse. And it may not even be an excuse, but maybe a script or a narrative that you always go to. You're like, yes, I'm doing this because it's, because this, because this, because this, because this. And this is saying, okay, well, it may be because of that, but there's also here a level of growth that needs to occur, because that can't be the crutch that you hang on to for the rest of your life, right? So this is saying it's time to start doing the things that are necessary for you to start getting out of that narrative and out of that perspective, so that you can turn over a new leaf. Okay. All right, let's see. Ooh, amusement. I find your stories comical, your life source of entertainment. Okay, so what I'm feeling here with this energy is that in 2026, not only changing the narrative of a storyline or how you look at something, but kind of allow yourself to find the joy again in life. Even if it's a little bit difficult, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, you may feel like a fish out of the water, okay, at times. This is talking about looking at the optimism, connecting with people, with experiences, with things that maybe you can even do on your own, like watch a comedy or watch a funny movie, or something that lifts your vibration. to a higher level. Okay, laughter, joy, harmony. Okay, those say, especially laughter. Okay, that allows the vibration to go higher and higher and higher. Okay, so just that energy, that hormone, that part of our brain, that when we work out we feel good, or when we watch something that's funny, it shifts the hormone of more optimism, happiness, okay, within us. So that's here what's coming through in regards to you, Zach. Okay, so in 2026 you may be saying hello to moments that bring you more joy, moments that bring you more sense of laughter, of happiness, of bliss, of harmony in 2026. Let's take a look here. What else is coming through for you? By the way, Alex, I see you're here. Welcome. Thank you so much for being part of the channel. Unfortunately, the session is already closed. Okay. So what you can do is remain subscribed to the channel. Just turn on your notification bell and all alerts. Okay, Alex? So the next time I do a free mini reading, you can take part. Now, if you have personal questions that you want to ask, then join me during my super chat lives. Okay, Alex? Thank you so much. All right, Zach, let's take a look here. What else is coming through for you? The new you, look at that. The one who dreams, escape, dreams, fantasies. Okay. There's a part of you that, you may think a lot about what you want to do, but not enough proactive action in actually doing the things that you are dreaming about, that you're fantasizing about, that you're hoping, wishing, and wanting to move towards. It feels a lot of it is kind of in the head, but not so much in the physical, tangible efforts, or you actually being proactive about it. So in 2026, I do feel that that may be an opportunity for you to take the things that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, and allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone and start making that into a reality. Okay? Because this is feeling here energetically that there's a lot of analysis paralysis that's coming from this unseen truth. And a lot of the things stay in your mind. The illusion of a brand new beginning, the illusion of what you fantasize that you hope to see. But this is saying, turn it into reality. Don't just keep it up in this the ether of the limbo, okay, or in the cloud, so to speak. It's time for you to start getting yourself out of your comfort zone and putting these ideas, these dreams, these fantasies, these things that you want to accomplish, whether it's a goal, whether it's a new, pivoting in a new direction, whether it's moving, whether it's switching jobs, whether it's cultivating a new social life, allowing yourself to meet new people, to get out of your comfort zone. Again, you may find yourself feeling uncomfortable or like a fish out of the water, but it's an opportunity for you to allow yourself to start bringing those things that you have in your mind into actual, tangible, 3D, third dimensional reality, rather than this living in the energy of your mind. Okay. All right. So this is about you making bold moves. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through for you. Up next, after Zach, we have Eleanor. Eleanor, you are up next. So I'll be doing your reading up next. Intuitive friends, if you are enjoying these readings, well, you too can be part of these free readings. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, remain subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And whenever I come back and do a reading, you're going to be more than welcome to join, as long as you are in the first come, first serve list. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is coming through for you. All right. You have 2323 here, Zach. Now, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. You may be seeing the the angel numbers connected to the number 5, like 555. You could also be seeing 2s and 3s. Okay, so that may also be here, that type of angel number. It says endless cycles, exactly what I just said. It's like you're repeating. It's like you've been on a hamster wheel after a very big shift or change. Okay, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 5 is a number of changes. So you've gone through changes and you've kind of been stuck on a hamster wheel. And this is talking about you getting off that hamster wheel, okay, in 2026. It says here charisma. Again, the courage to get out of your comfort zone. Communication, being able to talk to others, okay? Sharpen those skills, okay? Society, again, going back and being part of society, all right? In a way where it's like cultivating a new set of friends if you need to, calling people, connecting with your social circles, okay? Maybe even making new friends here, okay? So you have that here for you, okay? It says movement, journey. Remember that I said about like there may be something here, there may be even a move that you've been thinking about or that you will be thinking about here potentially 2026, whether it's a career move, whether it's a moving residence or locations, or whether it is that you are allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone, but movement is going to be important. Remember that I said it's no longer about what you're thinking in your mind, it's about making those dreams reality, being proactive, action. Okay, so too much thinking, not enough action. So putting the effort in the 3D world. You have here repetitive patterns and transformation. Like I said, there's a loop here that you keep, there's an excuse you keep going back to. There's something that you just refuse to let it go. And this is saying it's time to let it go if you want to move forward. Okay, it's always a choice. It says here, you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths. I mean, isn't that what I just said a little while ago? You may be, look at that, you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths, leading to feelings or exhaustion and limitations. What did I say? Those storylines are limiting you. It's time to decide to live authentically for yourself, embracing your passion. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit, breaking the cycle. Da, 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 and fostering transformation. Validation confirmation on what I said at the top of the reading with the unseen truth. That being said, wow, what a message here. Yes, Lydia, my love, the list is closed, but you could come back tomorrow, okay? So just make sure you are still subscribed to the channel and that you turn on your notification bell and all alerts, okay? So that you could come back tomorrow. All right, so Zach, I mean, what a message here for you. Talk about, you started with that message and you ended with that message, okay? Zach, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. And I look forward to seeing you during the new year, during the free readings for the new year. Other than that, Zach, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Up next, we have Eleanor. But before we jump into Eleanor's reading, intuitive friends, for those of you who are new or visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, and yes, I do have credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below, as well as in the chat if you're watching me live. That being said, intuitive friends, this is a first come, first serve free mini reading. And if you would like to be part of the channel, then that allows you to take part in the mini readings, because I only do this for my subscribers and my subscribers only. So if you weren't able to get a reading today, just make sure that you remain subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell, and turn on all notifications that are connected to my channel. The moment I get on to do a new reading, or the moment that I end up adding more content to the channel, then you're going to be notified, okay? And please remember that I do first come, first serve, all right? So that being said, I look forward to seeing you next time. For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Again, doing the live reading here, okay? I don't have a new list until the first week of January 1st. So for those of you current subscribers that haven't had an opportunity to have this reading, no worries. I will be back tomorrow, which is the 20. Well, it's tomorrow already, but I'm gonna be here in New York is tomorrow already. So I'm definitely coming back on the 29th, okay? And the 30th and the 31st. So the next 3 days, just make sure that you take the time to come and join the fun. That being said, Zach, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support, and I'll see you next time. Up next, we have Eleanor. And Eleanor, I want to thank you for your super, very generous of you. Thank you for your generosity. And of course, thank you so much for your loyalty and your support to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. You're going to have a super reading, and we're going to take a look here at what you may be saying goodbye towards in regards to 2025, or maybe even before that. Let me right here close. Oh, you're very welcome, Zach. I'm so happy that you enjoy the reading, and hopefully that's bringing some insight for you, okay? I wish you the best of luck in 2026 and look forward to seeing you next time. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, Eleanor. All right, Eleanor, let's see what chapters you're closing, what things you're saying goodbye towards. This is more about personal growth than anything else, but let's see what's coming through for you, what you're saying goodbye to or towards, and let's see what's coming through for you. All right, and we have here, oh my gosh, look at that, the unseen truth. Let's see what else. Emotional repression. Okay, so you have a super reading, so of course you're going to end up getting more cards in your reading, and you have the unseen truth, looking behind the illusions, okay? The storylines that you may have been resorting to going towards, or saying, or reliving, or keeping those stories alive, keeping that vision or perspective alive. But in reality, it may not be the full truth or the reality of a situation, but it's just more comforting for you in some way, shape, or form to at times move in this direction, or kind of be a little bit of trapped in this limited belief, or in this sense of self-sabotaging thoughts, okay? So there may be a little bit of comfort you feel in whatever it may be that may be popping up, or may have popped up here in 2025, okay? So that being said, the unseen truth is talking about looking beyond the illusions, looking beyond the stories that you may be saying to yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, the narrative that you may be allowing yourself to only see, rather than looking at something from different perspectives. This is talking about here the wisdom and the courage that you gain by getting out of your comfort zone and doing something different, where even if it may be challenging here, okay, even if you may find it challenging, even if you may feel like you're a fish out of the water, that challenge serves a purpose, or served a purpose in 2025. This is also talking about your emotional repression, and you're saying goodbye to not only the scripts and the narratives and the discomfort of feeling like a fish out of water when you're doing something different or something new, when you are maybe called to do a new role, or tap into new resources, or new tools, or new skills, or new abilities. But this is also talking about the emotional repression, you letting go of the emotions that you have either suppressed or repressed due to, for whatever reason, whether it's a lack of allowing yourself to be vulnerable, whether it's that you want to seem like you are strong, um, whether that's strong emotionally or strong physically or strong mentally. And so there's this sense of like putting up the shields, putting up the armor, acting like you're okay. Or maybe you may find yourself in this narrative, right? This narrative of saying to yourself, well, I'm the only person that can deal with all these situations, circumstances, events. I'm the rock that people crash into. I'm the rock. I'm the person that has to keep it together for not only myself, but for everyone involved. And so, although that is a selfless type of energy, okay, this could also be something that is, in a way, taking away from your internal peace. It may also be creating here emotional suppression or oppression, or you kind of pushing down or bottling up the emotions, the things that you want to say, your ability to say, you know what, I just need a moment. I need to step back. It doesn't allow, you don't allow yourself that kind of emotional release here. Okay. So this is talking about these energies that you are saying goodbye to, disconnecting, cutting the cords, allowing yourself to emotionally, mentally, and energetically disengage so that this new potential new you for the new year is coming to the table or stepping up on stage as a new version, the newer you, the more healed, the more open, the more um, optimistic on things, right? And the more vulnerable. Okay. So this is what this is coming through. I want to read here what this says in regards to emotional repression. What you're saying goodbye to. It says emotional repression, bottling emotion leads to stagnation. Okay. And again, if we can't talk about something, face something, um, residually, energetically forgive people, or situations, circumstances, or events, then we become a prisoner of that experience and prisoner of those emotions and energies from the past. Okay. So whether you allow yourself to be more vulnerable, whether it's talking to your partner, your best friend, people that you feel that you can, whether this is therapy, whether it's counseling, or whether it's journaling, whether it's just your opportunity to just get it out of you. It's super important because what happens is when that doesn't occur, then that energy stays stuck in your body. And then that creates blockages in your chakras. Okay. So, stagnation, again, due to the bottling of emotions or repressing them consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, here is what this is saying that you need to let go. Now, this is saying here, find a safe way to express your true feelings. Okay. So there you go. So find a way to safely and vulnerably have a tool or a resource or a person, like I said, whether it's therapy, counseling, someone that you can open up to so that you can release the emotions that are caught up in your body and also here in your energy centers. Okay. Remember, that can create blockages and could create a less flowing seven chakra system. Okay. And then of course, then what happens is that stuck energy in your chakras, okay, in your body energy center, then creates issues or problems that may flare up connected to the organs or the bodily functions that are connected to that chakra. Okay. So that's why it's important to keep clearing, not only doing the work in the 3D realm, okay, with therapy, counseling, support group, whatever that may be, but also be doing the work energetically so that the chakra systems could flow, so it doesn't become a blockage and then it doesn't become a bigger issue later. Physical issue, like health issue, okay? All right, let's see here. Ooh, look at that small favor. And you have here future. Now, what I'm getting here with small favor, and I felt this at the top of your reading energetically, and it's coming up again, is that there may be times here where people really, you feel like people need you, like you need to be present here for others, okay? That you are either helping others, that you are connecting with others. And then there are times here where it's like you're on the go. There's this energy of like you like you feel like it's a duty, like it's a responsibility. And again, like I said, that is very much connected here to the people pleasing, or the side of you that's like, it is my duty to help others. And maybe you are in a profession that is in a very giving and noble profession, but this is also saying to you that it's time for you to just like you take care of others, that you got to take care of yourself, because you can't give from an empty cup. And so when you're running yourself dry, or you're running on fumes, then it becomes this sense of like being on this hamster wheel and finding it very difficult to integrate to a routine that isn't what you're used to, okay? um of you allowing yourself to pivot and do other things, nurture yourself. Like I said, journaling, things like that. Okay. So you may feel like you have some sense of duty to provide or to help others. And again, that is very positive and a very selfless act. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. But it's allowing you to also see that you need to take care of you. That just like you want other people to open up, okay, and talk to you and to feel comfortable, that you too need to feel comfortable with really making sure that your emotional that your emotional points here are taken care of, okay, and that your mental health and emotional health and well-being are also being taken a look at. Future says here, paths are destined to align, though the purpose may still not be clear. There may be here, the moment that you keep working on this energy here, there may be opportunities that may be coming up in the near future that may require you to feel very comfortable outside of your comfort zone. But in order for this opportunity to either expand or to show up, it is super important that you work on this energy. Because if not, the future blessing could feel like a burden rather than a blessing. And it would feel like a burden rather than a blessing because this part hasn't been dealt with, or this part needs to be, again, healed, so that whatever future blessing comes your way, you're able to embrace it with a sense of optimism and with a sense of positivity, rather than feeling rattled by it or not appreciating this potential opportunity that may be coming up in 2026. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. Of course, you do have a super reading, so I do want to first line these cards up, and then, of course, we're going to go a little bit deeper here with your reading. But for those of you who are watching, welcome. Yeah, it's only exhausting because it feels like you feel like a fish out of the water. Okay, it shouldn't be draining. It should be kind of like you're unpacking, you're unloading. Okay. So it should be the reverse. And sometimes it may feel like it's a lot of work. Again, because I do, like I said before, you may feel like a fish out of the water here. And this isn't saying that you're not doing the work. If you are, this is just saying, yes, keep doing it. But also there's an energy here of like you needing to nurture yourself as well. So it doesn't feel, so these things don't feel so taxing or overbearing. Okay. So you may need to lighten things up here. Okay. Like maybe after a session, in therapy or counseling, do something fun, do something that you normally wouldn't do, like pottery painting or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's, but I'm just saying, like, do something, yes, do the work and do the challenging part, but then do something fun. Okay. Walking through the garden, taking a hike, playing a board game, watching comedy, like something that allows you to feel that sense of like more of a relief. Okay. All right, let's see what you may be potentially saying hello to. Okay, the one who creates. When you are in a state of discomfort, when you are in a state of stress, when you are emotionally repressing emotions, thoughts, situations, when you feel overwhelmed, the number one thing that you feel it is in your creativity. Your desire plummets. Okay. Creativity is about yang energy. Okay. The fire in you plummets. And so this is saying here, it's super important for you to continue in a very positive, uplifting way, to continue with this energy so that you can see the blessing that may either be already, that you may be experiencing, okay, a manifestation that you were asking for already showing up in your life, but you may not be viewing it or embracing it in that way because of this energy, right? And so, in order for you to see either a blessing that has already come in or a blessing that may be expanding or coming in 2026, this is talking about you needing to allow yourself to be in the creative space. Okay. Which means you got to get out of that stagnation of like feeling repressed, feeling stressed, uh, you know, clearing your chakras, unblocking, feeling more open, energetically open. Okay. Um, Creativity, originality, spontaneity. Remember, like I said, doing something that, that you enjoy that maybe you haven't done for a very long time. Maybe it's listening to, I don't know, like, it's so funny because today I was out and about and I was like, and I saw like, what was it, a candlelight concert or something like that, I mean, doing something fun that soothes your soul, something that creates a sense of inspiration within you. Okay, because that's what this is talking about. It's talking about that spark, you reigniting that spark within you, that creative energy within you. Okay, so very, very interesting here, because it's exactly that energy that I was talking about at the top of your reading. All right, let's take a look here at additional cards. What else is coming here? However these blockages may be, whether they're emotional, whether they're mental, whether they're energetic, whether the blockages then show up as a physical manifestation of something, whether it's a flare up of the body of an ailment, whatever that may be. But this is very much connected to letting go of that energy, so there is that free flowing reignited passion, and so that energy of desire, of motivation, of passion, of ambition comes back, that you're able to feel it with a sense of optimism. Okay, let's get clarity here for these two cards. Let's see what's coming through. And I'll do that individually. So we have here the bouquet and the anchor. Okay, super important for you to give yourself the credit. Give yourself your flowers. You've been doing the work. This is telling me you've been doing the work. This is good. This is not saying that you're not doing it. This is saying continue to do it so that there is a sense of security and stability. Now, what's interesting is the anchor. And if we were talking about the energy centers of the body, and we're talking about the anchor part of the energy center, that would be your root chakra. Okay, especially with the fact that there is a lot of red here, and red is the color of the root chakra. So if I were you, I would continue to work with that root chakra energy. I also created here, Eleanor, a nighttime affirmation that you may want to use right before you go to sleep to help recalibrate your energy and be in a more optimistic energy for the next day. I did place that link in the chat. So take a look at that nighttime affirmation and use it as often as you like, as well as that energy healing that I also posted. And I also posted the 7 chakra systems. Again, the more that you do that work. So this is saying here, you're being given flowers. You know, be proud of the work that you've done, because it's creating some sort of, or at least it's starting, or that you will start the security and the stability that is needed. And I feel that the new you in 2026 is going to be more in this energy of feeling proud of the work that you're doing, and you're going to feel here some sense of stability as you continue. Okay, so the links are right here in the chat, so that you can take a look at that. I could also post it again as soon as I'm done with this, with your reading. Okay, but it's right there on the chat list. All you need to do is kind of look through it, and you'll see those 3 important links. Let's get more information here. You have here, there you go, the clouds, the uncertainty. And it may be, again, connected to your home, connected to your personal life, or this uncertainty here is at the center, because home could be symbolizing the center of something. Okay, so there may be some type of dilemma, problems, uncertainty, and delays or confusion that you may have been experiencing. And again, I feel that the root chakra has a lot to do here with this. So if I were you, I would work a lot on my root chakra and my sacral chakra because of that creativity. Sacral chakra has a lot to do with fire, and it has a lot to do with reigniting the fire and the passion within us. So that root chakra and that sacral chakra, I would definitely work through as well. Now you also have here green. There's a lot of green here, and green is connected to the heart chakra. So again, another chakra that I'm picking up here in regards to this. So yeah, no worries. I mean, I have the energy healing free on the channel, and it is a long distance Reiki. I am a Reiki, a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner. And so I did that to help those that are, you know, wanting to do energy work. So you don't have to, you know, be in person, just as long as you just listen to, and, you know, listen to and allow yourself to be open to that, right? But yeah, there's a lot here that you can do on your own. And it's coming across as just, again, like focusing on that. All right, let's see what else is coming through with the one who creates. And I feel that this is you, again, opening your up. Look at that. The one who creates, the loyalty and the dedication that you have, not only to others, but to those that you feel that you extend friendships with, Okay, I do feel that you may be, again, very dedicated and very loyal to cultivating or reigniting this passion that you have inside of you. There may be someone who is super supportive. Yeah, the journal. There's someone super supportive and very committed here. You're going to be very committed to find either resources and tools, okay? Um, and there may be even a person, okay, that you may meet wherever you may be living, or there may be tools that you may be, uh, you know, and again, I shared some tools with you, and you doing, because there's the dog is also like a partner or a person. So there may be a very supportive person or a supportive tool or resource that you can continue to explore and open yourself up to. And through, again, just consistency here, there is a shift that's coming up here in this energy here for you. Okay. I feel that you're going to learn how to activate this energy within you also. Okay. Or reactivate it. Okay. So very, very positive energy here for 2026. Let's get more. And we have love call and fantasy and reality. Okay. Love call, expressing love, thinking of you, informing. You see, there's something here about informing. Okay. Informing. You learning something through researching, maybe on your phone, researching tools, strategies, techniques, books, journaling. Okay. Reading, exploring. Okay. Connecting to nature is super important for you, by the way, because I'm getting a lot of trees. So nature may be a very important tool to help you here connect to your creativity and to your spark. So whether that's, I don't know what that may be, but it's coming across nature is calling. Okay. You have here fantasy and reality. Fantasy is the compass, planting hope is the reality. Okay. So turning those ideas, those fantasies, those dreams, turning them into reality by making sure that you connect. There's something about you connecting with nature that is super important, you know? And it's coming across here that in 2026 is you making time to make that connection. And it's coming across as this energy here of, especially when you want to accomplish something or when you are like manifesting something, there's something about nature that allows you to ground yourself. And remember, I said that at the top of the reading, where I said anchor. And if we're talking about the energy body centers of the body energy centers and the chakras, that the root chakra is the first chakra. It's about grounding your energy. That when your energy is grounded to earth, okay, when you are grounded, no matter what is happening around you, you're not going to, you're not going to break, or you're not going to lean and just kind of like lose center, because the root chakra is super important. That's what carries the whole entire chakra system. So being deeply rooted and grounding your energy. Maybe you may want to buy a small singing bowl that is from the root chakra. I have one, by the way. Don't know where I put it. It's somewhere here on my table. But you may want to do certain things that connect you to the root chakra. You might want to listen to the root chakra frequency, 10 minutes at the start of your day. You may want to get a root chakra singing bowl. You may also want to work on all of your energy centers, as that's super important. and actually do a routine, that you're doing this consistently, not just sometimes or not just when you remember, but consistently working on aligning and unblocking your chakras. Like I said, root chakra and sacral chakra and heart chakra are coming up as emphasis, but all of them are important, because if one, two, or three are out of balance, then that means that the rest of the energy centers are trying to align. They're trying to juggle. They work harder when we don't allow ourselves to remove those blockages, or when we're not removing those blockages on our own. See, there is this energy here that is coming across, that in 2026, you know, that nature is calling. Okay, it's telling you, hey, listen, there are a lot of things that you have in your, you know, in your mind, or that you're fantasizing about, things that maybe you are wanting to expand in your future, but we need to take care of this energy over here, like I said at the top of the reading, as that is going to give you here more of a solid ground, or a solid footing in whatever this may be, in what may be potentially unfolding for you in 2026. Okay, let's see what else is coming through, because it's not just about knowing the tools, it's about applying those tools. It's about creating and being very disciplined. Okay, because it takes discipline. Remember, discipline has nothing to do with motivation. Motivation could come and go. Sometimes you're motivated to do a lot on a list, and sometimes you're not motivated to get out of bed. So motivation is not really the part that I am talking about. I'm talking about creating the discipline. So discipline is doing something even when you don't want to do it, even when it's difficult, even when it's challenging, even when you want to walk away from a situation, circumstance, or event. But if you are a person who's disciplined, then it's not, you're going to then say to yourself, you know what? I know I need to do this for me, because it's going to benefit me, right? So taking the time to connect with myself, to ground my energy, to work on my chakras, to listen to sound healing, to get this free energy healing, to do my nighttime affirmations every night before I go to bed. I know those tools that I'm applying, eventually over time, with consistency, I will see something turning in a positive direction, right? But yeah, you know, and it's difficult to be disciplined when you're not in the mood to do it. So that's why this is reminding you here that that is super important. Okay, so taking care of self. Look at that, you have rainbow. So you may have been going through a very difficult time right now at this moment in time. Okay, Eleanor, in 2026 you may be seeing the dawn of a new day. Remember, when it rains, it doesn't rain forever. The rain eventually stops, and so after the rain comes the rainbow. And it says here, the most difficult part of this situation is over. So the most difficult part you've endured. Now it's the time to get yourself realigned and start nurturing yourself. So validation, confirmation on what I was channeling earlier. Okay, you have here ink pod or ink pot. Ink pot says problems to be resolved. Look at that. Very positive. 2026, these things you're going to resolve them. You're going to find a way. Okay. And I keep seeing like writing something down, like journaling. And I don't know, but I've been saying that since the beginning of your reading. So I don't know if that's something that may help you. Also, journaling, you know, or writing affirmations, or writing this. Look at this. You have nest egg and you have these two. So these are the two that I'm seeing. So these are the two. Doing your daily affirmations, doing a nighttime affirmation. Like I said, it's right there for you. All right. So this here says nest egg. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Okay. So the nest egg could be something connected to work. Nest egg could also be connected to finances, which again could be connected to stability. Okay. So that's super important. All right. So your sense of security is super important to you, whether that be friends, family, loved ones, or whether that be finances. Shark, take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. It doesn't have to be material wealth, but it could be some type of something that is valuable. And I said this before. I said, if you don't take care of yourself, there may be some kind of health situations popping up, right? Or the energy centers of your body that are blocked, you're going to start getting flare ups or situations, or because it's because of the stagnation or the blockage of energy. Something's not fully flowing. Okay. Acupuncture may be a really good alternative also, especially if you need certain meridians open. That's very, very, very good. I actually, I have weekly sessions of acupuncture myself. So again, that could be another modality here that can help you with the flow of the energy in your body and the meridians. Okay. Especially things here connected to your root chakra. So maybe your lower back. Okay. Because when the root chakra is blocked, there's a lot having to do with back problems or lower back problems. Okay. So that coming through here. So again, there's different modalities here, but it's all about you giving yourself the time to be consistent with it, right? All right, so let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Last but not least here, Eleanor, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. I'm being called to take this before I close your reading, which is interesting. This hasn't happened in all of the readings that I've done, but it's happening here with you. So as I always say, there's always a reason. There's always a reason why. Okay, the new you. Stoic mouse, contentment, stealth, humbleness. You need to unlock your hidden potential. 2026, you're going to be unlocking and learning a lot more about yourself, or unlocking or unblocking so that you can tap to your fullest potential. See, there's always a reason. There's always a reason why, it's funny because that stoic mouse is about that emotional repression that I was channeling at the top of your reading. See, the emotional repression and that stoic mouse. Okay. More love in your life, more happiness in your life, more openness in your life. Okay. Allow yourself to you have a whole lot of untapped potential here, Eleanor. I don't know if you even realize it, but if you think that you are like hitting that glass ceiling, there's even more to unlock. And I feel that a lot of this will be unlocking here for you in 2026. Because here, there's a soul purpose, life purpose or soul purpose that's coming through that you may be unblocking here, unlocking. Yeah. Remember, the one who creates. There's a lot of potential and creativity here. You may even feel like you're going through like a writer's block. Now, it might not be a writer's block per se, but it may be something here that you're used to, like that something usually like flows easier and it's been a little bit stagnant, or like the momentum is not as there. It's like the passion isn't there, or the drive, the motivation isn't as strong as it used to be. But the more that you, again, shift and cut the cords with these energies here and really allow yourself to blossom and unfold here, for sure. And by the way, like I said, nature is calling. So if I were you, especially like if you are like open to acupuncture, I would definitely focus on my lower on my lower back, your root chakra, to start your root chakra and your sacral chakra. So those two chakras to start, you know, and like, see how that feels, because it's coming across that it's like connected to those two. Eventually, of course, also your heart, but I'm feeling those two like the most important here for you. That being said, Eleanor, thank you so much for your supers. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if you found it, but let me put it up for you again, okay? No worries. And thank you so much for your beautiful generosity. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me find it for you, just in case, because I know there's been a lot of messages on that chat list. So let me just bring it back up for you. And thank you so much for your generosity. And let me copy this. Okay, so this is the Reiki healing. Okay, so this is the energy healing. And again, consistency is key, but there you go. So you have energy healing, all free on my channel. Okay, there you go. So that's number one. And this is a new one. The one that I'm about to share with you now is actually a new one that I created, and everyone's loving it. I'm getting such beautiful feedback here on it. And it's the nighttime affirmation. So for the first time, listen to the whole thing. And then when you do it on a nightly basis, you just have to kind of click on that timestamp, and then it's just going to start in the affirmation. But the first time you listen to it, listen to the whole thing at first, okay? And then thereafter, then all you need to do is just, click on that start button, on that timestamp, I should say. Nighttime affirmation. And that's really going to, it's a reset. And there you go. Okay. So there you go. Nighttime affirmations. Okay. And let me put the 7 chakras, 30 minutes a day. I always do it when I wake up in the morning. It's just easier for me. And then I do my nighttime affirmation. And of course, I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I self heal with the energy. But again, oh wait, 7 chakra alignment. All right, there you go. So there goes the 3 free resources there for you. Lenore, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll hope to see you in 2026. I wish you the best of luck. I do feel that there's a lot coming through in 2026 for you with that future. So yeah, things are looking good. That being said, Eleanor, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support, and of course, your generosity. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel. Oh, wait, hold on. What did you write? One day I'll find out what deck. What? Wait, hold on. What deck? What are you talking about? Hold on. What deck that is? Oh, what? Oh, which deck? Wait, hold on a second. Did I miss something here? Because, when I'm channeling messages, I'm not reading. It says, oh, I love acupuncture. I need to find a local clinic. My lower back has been. Oh, your lower back. Look at that. I wasn't even looking here. Your lower back. That's what I was talking about here. Your root chakra. Absolutely. I'm starting tonight with the chakras. What is the round deck? Oh, the round deck. This one. This is tea leaf. Tea leaf. All right. Yes, tea leaf. Yes, it was a gift. Actually, my son gifted those to me. Yeah. Actually, I have a new deck coming in, so I can't wait to use it with you guys. But yeah, that's the tea leaf. All right, Lenore, thank you so much, my dear. And of course, thank you so much for your generosity. My apologies. I just didn't, I don't look at my phone when I am channeling messages. So my apologies on not being able to answer that. So there you go. Use those 3 resources. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section when you do. Give me a thumbs up and share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls and intuitive friends. I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you didn't have an opportunity to join today, no worries. I will be back on tomorrow where I'll be channeling more messages for all of you who are interested. Remember, these messages are for entertainment purposes only, and I'll see you soon. Take care and have a good night.